Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Stoneblock 2, and we're back here. Look, check it out. I've been doing some work. Check out my goggles. I've got some of these Thermic goggles on, and they're pretty good. They have this weird strap around the back, but I don't mind that. That's not too bad. So yeah, I've been working my way around Thaumcraft and going through some of the research and development within Thaumcraft. The fundamentals, unlocking things as best I can, trying to understand how the research works and all that. I haven't got very far, as you can see, in the other areas, because I haven't really been trying to do the other areas. I've been trying to focus on getting the fundamentals done, as though it's a quest tree. It is very quest-like. I mean, this one that I'm working on soon, the Caster's Gauntlet and the Viz Resonator, I have to make one of each. So I have to craft them in order to be able to unlock the result, the reward, as it were. And for the other ones, I've had to craft bits and pieces. I've done the enchanted fabric. I've got a load of that, and as you might have saw in my inventory, I've got a load more that I want to use the Thaumaturge's robes to use and utilise. And I made these, which was a couple of alchemical brass, 50 viz, and some bits and pieces, easy enough in an arcane workbench. Now, I've been toying with all this and sorting this kind of stuff out for a little while, and it strikes me that Thaumcraft has gone down the quest book route. So, like you open your quest book and you start working on quests and that kind of stuff. The Thaumcraft Thaumonomicon, instead of being like a Wikipedia that you unlock new pages, now you discover things and you craft things and you work through the questing of Thaumcraft. Thaumcraft, the Thaumonomicon, is basically a glorified quest book now. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's how all quest books should look, really. Now, this is something that I've discovered. There's a little bit extra. These items that you can place close by to this table give you a little bit of a bonus. So you select one, it takes away one of your inspiration, but gives you a bonus in that category. You can select multiple, and it'll take off multiple inspiration and give you multiple bonuses. And then you deal yourself a deck of cards, as it were. That seems to be how it works, and then you choose from multiple cards to decide which outcome you get for your research. And that's pretty cool. I like that. I'm still waiting on trying to get one of these arcane workbenches into this AE system here. But at the moment, I've found that it costs 200 viz. 200 viz, and I've only got 193 available. In this particular chunk, you can see up in the side there, I've got 18.5 flux, which is reducing the amount of viz I can have in the area, and I have 193.1 viz in the area. Now this chunk is by far the most populated chunk for viz. Out of all the chunks I've got, this is the best. And that's probably due to stuff like these crystals growing in the region. Probably something like that, right? And maybe the arcane stuff that I've got going on in this area is also like that. But lots of the other places all have very negatives, maybe because of machines and things like that. I'm not sure what's exactly the cause of it. But I thought I would mess around with this idea. So here we've got the crystals. They grow in one block and they're allowed to grow to other blocks around it. And I'm hoping that that's the case, because I've seen it happening in caves, that they've been growing and going to move on to the next places, that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that they'll grow in these areas and then spread. And then when they spread, I can come along and take 3 squares worth of them, or 3 cubes worth of them, and put them into my system. There are plenty of other ways to put things in the system, though. I can just put stuff into the crucible and then use this quartz stuff, this quartz silver, which I've got a load here, that allows you then to take that essence out and make crystals. And so I've got lots of different Potentia Viz crystals and all sorts of different crystals from all the different things that I've been using in the alchemical furnace, or the crucible. So all the things I've been putting into there, whenever I've got leftovers, I've been using the crystals to take out the leftovers and purify the water again. So it's nice and ready for the start and there's no flux going off into the system. Of course, you know from this result over here, 18.5 flux has already been released into the local area. I'm not sure how I'm going to get rid of that yet, but we'll figure it out. And there was an interesting thing. The only way to get these two saplings, the magic sapling and the great sapling, the great oak sapling, great wood sapling, and the silver wood sapling. The only way to get those, to be able to get the materials, the logs that I'm going to be needing, and also all these little things like these bits. The only way to get those is to sieve this flesh thing, compressed flesh block. And the recipe for the compressed flesh block, leather surrounded by rotten flesh. Yeah, and then you got to sift it. And then you get bits from the sieving process. So they've added that in order to get these. Normally you'd find these in the wild, wouldn't you? They'd be growing and you'd chop them down to get the saplings and the wood and all that and bring them home with you. And these things would be growing in and around those kind of magical areas. But in this pack, we need to go through the sieving process. And apart from that, I think everything else is going pretty swimmingly. Now, I want to start by making myself a suit of these Thaumaturge's leggings and helmets and all that kind of stuff, because it gives a Viz discount of 3%, right? And like I said here, I needed 200 available in order to work with the next bit, right? In order to get the crafting table in here, I need to work on that. So leggings. So now how much do I get for the next one? I've got 110 available. It will slowly replenish. Let's take all this. Let's get some boots. Or actually, can I do a chest? Yeah. Can I do a chest? 92 Viz. It's going to cost 92 Viz because I've got an 8% discount now. And I've only got that available. So now this will come on, and that gives me another 3%. So that'll now be 11% discount. So when I try and do the boots, there's an 11% discount, and I've got to wait for it to recharge slightly, which doesn't seem to be taking too long. That's good. And then we take the boots. Okay, so now I've got a full suit of Thaumaturgy. I don't believe there is a helmet as well in this cloth. No, nothing there. Look. So there's nothing in that fabric side of things, and that will now replenish quickly. Good. So we'll stick that in there. So that was also part of this line over here. No, we did that. That's basically the helmet. That allows me to see into things. We got this infusion, which has started working on these 3 items. Yeah, done those. And now we're working on this, which is the casting gauntlet and the Viz resonator. It needs an iron plate and some nether quartz. Shouldn't be too hard. And the Viz resonator needs some leather, one of those thermometers, another the Viz resonator, and the iron. Yeah, so quite a bit of stuff. But what I really really want is to start with putting it into the AE system. So I want an ME terminal. I want a crafting bench. Was it a crafting table? No, okay, not one of those. An arcane crafting table. Do I have a spare one in here? Yes, I do. An arcane crafting table, and also a processor. I need a processor to make it all computerized, and that was the calculation processor. So those 3 things together in here should give me an option. Yes. So 174 Viz. That's with the 13% discount. So I did have that at 200 before I had my armor on. So let me just show you that. So we're shift right click the armor stand. There we go. Everything's on here. Swap armor. And then this is a 200 Viz with 1 available, you see. So this is ideal for me to use for crafting in here. And that is ideal for me to fly around the base and see everything that I want everywhere else. But here, 30% discount. Got to wait for that to regen, and then I can take this arcane crafter and put it there. So while we're waiting for that to regenerate itself, which won't take too long, I don't think, let me go through a little bit over here. So flesh. Let's take a little bit of the zombie flesh. Let's take 10. That's probably enough. And I want to get some of these quartz crystals ready. So we're going to go with that and that. And I need some Ignis. So Ignis is these crystals. So these are the actual Viz crystals that you get by breaking these things. And if you put those directly into here. Now, I'm going to see what I've got in the crucible right now. Because I've got my goggles on. If I don't have these goggles on, I don't get to see what's in the pot. And I was struggling to start with, because after a little while, look, it disappears off, and the flux goes off. And so, now I've got to put it back in again. So every time I put some in, I've got to use it fairly quickly, otherwise it disappears, bubbles off, and gets rid of. And in my first crafting recipes, before I made night ore, or yellow night ore in this case, before I made night ore, in the first cases, I was putting 30 ingredients worth of stuff in there, 30 different viz in there, and then trying my very hardest to turn it into that night ore to unlock things. But I think because I had lava powering, it was boiling too fast, and so that didn't stay in there long enough. It boiled dry and disappeared quickly. And so I ended up just adding the glowstone to the pot instead. But there you go, that's all the crafting I needed. So I've crafted 10 of these tallow. So then we got stuff at the hedge magic. So I've done enough observation research in Alchemy to create one observation tab. So I've filled that up once. I've got 2 fundamentals sitting there. This is quite a cool system. I kind of hold these back for the next time I need one to unlock a quest. Right? So I've got enough to tick that box, and I've just made some magic tallow. I could also do rotten flesh to leather with air and bestia, but I don't really need to do that. And complete the quest. There we go. And now it's unlocked a load more things. So now the tallow candle, 2 of those with a bit of string makes a tallow candle. I'm not sure how the tallow candle is going to help me, but usually it would help create maybe viz, maybe help generate an aura around the area, make things a bit easier to craft or research or something like that. Either way, it's gonna look a bit cool. So I'm gonna get a couple of string and a bit of tallow and make a few tallow candles just to see what it looks like. Let's make a couple of those, right? And I want to see if they fit on the sides, to be fair. They don't sit on walls, so they only sit on top of things. Well, they're supposed to. Well, that one sits on top of there at least. That's good. And can I sit it on top of there? Yeah, I sit one on top of there, so it's close by to my workplace. Alright. These things are also bound to work well with the infusion crafting. I'm pretty sure these artifacts are going to help. Do I have any bonuses here? 13% discount still on this, so no. And there's nothing within here that generates anything for me at tallow candles. So, I don't know. It doesn't really give us anything else. It's just now telling me I've got to collect all of this stuff. So, gunpowder, slime ball, ink sacs, and glowstone. So, this is simply adding some of these bits. 10, 10, and 5. Yeah, 5, 2, 2 with the ink. And it doubles up what you've got. Okay. Alright, so let's say glowstone, for instance, looks 10 and 5. So if I take a look at what I've got here, glowstone dust is 10 and 5. So if I was to put one glowstone in, then another glowstone in, it would give me 2 glowstone. No, it literally gives me one back for each. So I can put one in and take one out. Put one in and take one out. So it's barely appropriate, really, is it? It doesn't really do anything. But I could put in any other things. So ink sacs are probably the same, yeah? So I'll put one ink sac in, take 2 back out. Put one in, take one out. So yeah, I can do that. But I need to craft each of these things individually, don't I? So I just need to go through the crafting recipes. I don't actually need to make it work in any other way, shape, or form. I just need to have performed the ceremony, as it were. Okay, so there's that. And then that should have unlocked the next thing for me in here. Yes, I've crafted each of those. So it's useful if we've got some other source of these things coming in and you wanted to duplicate your gunpowder, you could throw something else in and then throw a gunpowder in to get 2 back and then throw other things in to get them. That kind of alchemy, doubling alchemy. Doesn't really make that much difference if you're just trying to dupe alchemy, but no, that's not going to work. And then we've got even more. Okay, some things you can simply have to craft from scratch, all I need is a base material and add Essentia to it. With a bit of luck, I can manufacture a few relatively common but annoying to get materials. Clay, string, and I've got to craft string and lava and cobwebs. I can do this now, yes. So there is 174 viz with that discount and 174 available exactly. And even after I've just done all that, there's 174.4 available in this area. So this is my very last chance to get it. Boom. Right, and then put that onto there. And that device is online. Now I should be able to do all of this, look. Excellent. So that's showing me how much is available in the region. Okay. I can put my Terra in there. I can put my Ignis in there. I can put my Air in there. I've got Pedicio. I've got Ordo and Aqua. There we go. So now can I do these kind of crafting things in, I don't know, some kind of sequence here? Can I auto click them? Oh yeah, can I auto click them now? Thaumcraft. Can I auto click these things into here? Like, I'm going to need another one of these thermometers. I'm going to need a thermometer. Now I've got move items into there. Yes, now I can auto craft like this. So I get a thermometer. I'm still getting my discount. I'm still doing all that kind of stuff. That's excellent. So that was a wise investment, I believe. That was a wise investment. Let's get rid of that now then. Excellent. I like that. I could technically craft it again if I could, but that's an excellent investment, I think. And now I can kind of seal this area in. Let's put one there and one there. No, on there. There we go. So now I've sealed those ones in. I've got the crafting normal and the crafting vanilla crafting and Thaumcraft crafting next to each other. And if I need any resources, I've got my wireless crafting. Oh, I love it. It's excellent. Okay, so as we've seen from doing things through the Crucible method, it's okay to start with, but now my taint in this area is at 20. And I wouldn't have been able to craft that if I'd carried on going the way I was completing the quests. Now I've completed the other hedge quests, I've made all those things, completed that bit, I've unlocked Liquid Death. Liquid Death is one of the main objectives of the Modpack, so we've got to get that. Also, things like this have already been done because I've got these stored up, so I'm able to complete these things. Gives me recipes for things. This Everfull urn is actually a water, I'm guessing. So that's pretty cool. I don't need an Everfull urn right now because I've got an end of war. I've done tech, and I've got an end of war keeping this full. But still, we've got that. I would like to go down this stage now. The Essentia smelting, so that I can put Essentia into jars and have that to do all the crafting and bits and pieces for me. I'm going to need that for the infusion crafting as well, aren't I? So it's very important that this is the next stage. That will stop the viz going off into the air, or the flux going off into the air, and store all of the viz from things into the smelters. And then there's Ascension smelters, then there's alchemical automation, which will give me the recipes that I've been looking at and doing in the Crucible, or basic alchemy stuff. But there we go, Essentia Smeltery. I can craft one of those up. Nicely done. Awesome. Okay, so now this Essentia Smelter, can I look at it in my inventory? Scan it, and I get some knowledge, yeah. Is that the right knowledge, though? Is it the right stuff? No. I still need to theory craft some alchemy to get that going. Okay, so I'll be right back with that. Alchemy is probably this one, yeah? So let's start with that. That's Artifice. 40 alchemy, yes. So I need Vacus and Tenebrae. Vacus and Tenebrae. That's Tenebrae. Okay. So, can I increase this? 40 alchemy, that's going to be good. Inspire 30 alchemy. Yes, I'll have some of that. Thank you. And that's 15 in alchemy. Or random category. No, I'm going to do it this way. Metallum, Mortis, Metallum. Let's get some Metallum crystals in there. Metallum. Have my Metallum. That's got something to do with runic markings, which means there's something around it so close by. This is 52% alchemy. Inspire me. Go on. So we're over 100% alchemy there. That's good. And then reject alchemy. No, I don't think so. That means I've got to then do this one. Cognito and Volatus instead. Cognito and Volatus instead, in order to get rid of the other card that I got. So I can either reject alchemy, which means that I get rid of all of the I don't draw any more cards, but get rid of the progress, or I can do this way, play reactions and get another 25 into it. Right, get another card, and what's this? Tinkering. I can get some artifice with a dropper, so I quickly make a dropper. Dropper. Yeah, got a dropper. There we go, and do that one. Last card, what have we got? Rethink. I don't want to rethink, but I don't have Celestial Notes. So I'm going to have to do a rethink, and then go again. Can't do that one. Reactions, Concentrate, Pumentatio. And I get a bonus draw. Really? I don't want to get a bonus draw right now. I kind of just want to keep going as I am. Pumentatio, there we go. I just want to kind of finish this one off. Pumentatio. Yeah, got some even more stuff. And now Universal Theory. I can use my last one up on a Universal Theory card to complete the theory and add all these bonuses to my current stats. They got quite a decent amount. Oh, really? It went down? Oh, it was shared. The final one was just share all my research between them. Could be worse, eh? Could be worse. Does that mean I've got to do that again? Yes, it does. Dang it. Oh, I was so close to Theory Alchemy. So close. Yay. It was so close. I just finished it off. Wasn't too bad at all. Right. And now I open up the next thing. Warded jars and stuff is research completed as well. So now I've unlocked this next bit. Warded jars and labels. Awesome. And also Essentia tubes, which I've already got enough observations of that. I just need to get these files of such. But I haven't got any of that yet because I haven't started doing this yet. So I'm going to need to read into this, get the Arcane Alembic sorted out. I believe I've already done most of this. The Great Wood planks I can get. The Assassin's Future is the Silverwood planks. That's why I did those ones. And yeah, get on with setting this up so I can show you how that works. Yay, it works. Okay, so now the AE system can craft all this kind of stuff for me. Now, you're supposed to be able to do more than one of these, so can I create another bucket? Can I get another bucket, please? Where's all that iron gone? Sure, I had a load of iron. Did I just use it all up in there? I don't know. I'm going to make another couple if I can, though, so let's make another couple of buckets. I've probably got loads already in the system that I could have used, but just chose not to. And make this again. There we go. And there we go. We get one of those. Awesome. So 2 of these alembic balancy things. Put them on there and there. That should join them together. Looks like they've joined together nicely, yeah. So I've got the AE system putting coal in the underside. It's coming from before it connects to this. So it comes in here. And instead of going through and connecting to the whole system, it comes over here and down and then across. So this is connected to the main system, not what's in the AE system over here. So it's not related. It's in the main thing. So I'll constantly keep that full of coal. And I think whatever I put in here, it should smelt down. I don't think I've got anything particular I need to do. Let's put... let's do a test. A zombie brain. Let's test it on a zombie brain. So if I put zombie brain in the bottom here, it'll cook it up very quickly and turn it into zombie brain juices. And then that will go up to there. That's zombie brain juice, and that's zombie brain juice. And there's some smoke coming out of it as well. 20% of it goes wrong, apparently. So now all of that Essentia has gone into there. And I should, in theory, be able to take it out with the little jugs. These little vials. I can extract it. I can extract it in 10s. Okay, so only 10 at a time. Yeah, I can extract 10s of. So we've got rid of it like that. And then I can put that into jars. So how do I make the jars? I haven't made any yet. A brain in a jar, there's a thing. Oh, that's infusion crafting, so I'm not going to do that just yet. A normal jar is warded jar. So that requires a slab to go on the top and some glass panes of any colour. So I don't have... Oh, I've got glass panes of any colour. I can do the slabs out of silverwood, or the silverwood planks, because why not? I've got loads of it. Get a load of that, yeah, and then get rid of it all into there. And I guess I put a load of glass in, did I? So I can get me warded jars anyway. Well, there we go. I can get some warded jars. Warded jars, then, I can put the warded jars down anywhere I want. Let's put them down over here, like this. And then take that and put it into here, like that. So I'll put it away, and then the empty vial becomes there. Yeah? It is fairly straightforward. Yeah, it was fairly straightforward. And if I do that a few more times, then I should be able to top off all the other ones as well. I guess I can do the crystals just as much. This is a spare in there. Let's see. I guess I can do the crystals just as much. I can top this up, and when that gets to 10, I can transfer that across into 1. And when that gets back up to 10, I can transfer that across to 1. But there's auto piping as well, which is something that I need to go on to next. Okay, so now get some labels. Stick the labels onto the jars so we know what's in them for next time. And in order to complete the next phase of the questing through Thaumcraft, to open up the pipes, I need to get 1 jar of each of these, because I've already done the research that I need to be able to auto-tube them in. So, with these all empty, I should be able to put 10 of that in there, right? And that should smelt that down into 10 of those. That should put 10 straight in there, and then give me 10. Give me 10. Not 9. I want 10. Oh, what? Okay, so maybe I've got to put 1 extra in because there's a percentage loss. 9. See if I get 9 of the alienus as well. No, I get 10 alienus. So there's the occasional loss, but not too bad that we have to worry about it. Alright, not too bad. Put that in there. So I need 1 more of that. 1 more of that to fill that one out. That one's also gone to 9. Okay. Put 1 more of those in. That takes that up to 10. And then I've got that one sorted. Alright. And then 10 of that stuff. And that's much quicker. And that goes into there. Do I get all 10? 5? I only get 5? Wow. That burnt off. Okay, so I need to just finish that off. So I need a little bit more of Vitium. 5 more, it seems. See if that'll work. 5 more Vitium. Okay, maybe 2 more then. No. Okay. This is quite peculiar, whether or not it does it, isn't it? Let's put 1 more in. 10. Okay, so now capture that while we got a chance, right? So there's that one. And then how many more of these did I need? 1 more of those, hopefully. And yeah. Okay, so that should now unlock the next level. Pipes. Yeah, 1 of each of those. Completed. Awesome. And now I get to play around with all these different tube types. There's so much. There's resonators, there's Essentia tubes, there's valves, there's filtered valves, there's restricted valves, there's tubes and buffers, and there's alchemical constructs, which is also pretty important. That's what actually uses the stuff in order to make things. And a lot of reading to go through to make sure that I understand it all in this version of Thaumcraft. But as you can tell, that is all we've got time for in today's episode, folks. Thank you all very, very much for watching today's episode of Stoneblock 2 on the NemGo Patreon server. I will see you again for some more. Don't forget to subscribe and like and look at all the links in the description. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.